6 000 personnes à Genève. Finalement, on parle d'une centaine de personnes. Est-ce que ce groupuscule de personnes, quelles que soient leurs revendications, a le droit d'interdire de séjour en Europe un président de la République élu par ses populations?
Non, vous posez des questions biaisées. D'abord, vous dites une centaine, mais il ne faut pas oublier que la manifestation a été interdite. Donc, il est même possible que si on ne l'avait pas interdite, on aurait pu avoir 6 000. Mais nous sommes en Suisse, et quand la Suisse dit que, quel que soit le cas, je ne veux pas vous voir, ils ne peuvent pas se rebeller.
Et pourtant, ils étaient là.
Non, il y a peut-être une petite frange marginale qui viendra. Mais moi, je crois que vous chantez des hosannas sur un phénomène qui devrait plutôt attirer des frayeurs. Nous sommes ici devant la deuxième manifestation communautaire contre l'État. La première étant la session anglophone. Chaque segment communautaire va manifester son hostilité à l'État avec ses moyens.
Là-bas, c'est communautaire?
Bien sûr, là-bas, c'est Bamileke. C'est en tout cas le noyau, c'est les gens de Kamto, qu'ils soient derrière du MRC ou non. C'est la manifestation de la communauté Bamileke qui se sent très mal dans ce système. On va pas, moi, je ne suis pas de ceux qui masquent les faits. Je ne suis pas avec vous dans ça. Les anglophones ont pris les armes. Les Bamileke, ils ne peuvent pas prendre les armes. Mais ils ont aussi leurs moyens d'action. Vous attendez quoi? Vous attendez que peut-être les Nordiques prennent les armes, descendent à Yaoundé pour commencer à comprendre que le système tel qu'il est ne marche plus. Le système ne marche plus. Nous avons déjà 2 manifestations communautaires violentes. Vous attendez une troisième? La troisième aura quelle forme? Celle des anglophones, c'est la forme de la sécession. Celle des Bamileke, c'est la forme d'une contestation. Même à l'étranger, ce qu'on n'a jamais vu, comme venait de dire Tanya. On n'a jamais vu des gens, des citoyens aller contester un chef d'État à l'extérieur. Donc c'est une extrême violence. Mais c'est une violence qui prend une autre dimension. Vous attendez peut-être que les nordistes descendent avec les armes pour comprendre que le système tel qu'il est formaté ne marche plus. Vous passez votre temps à vous cacher derrière votre petit doigt. Une petite manifestation. Non, c'est grave ce qui s'est passé en Suisse. C'est très grave. Ici, nous ne sommes pas dans l'ordre du droit. Est-ce que tu as là le droit? Il n'y a pas, on ne peut pas. Nous sommes tous des Camerounais. Il ne revient pas à un corps de donner le droit aux ordres. Lorsque vous êtes dans un environnement où chacun ne peut pas exprimer son droit, eh bien le droit va s'exprimer d'une autre manière. Les anglophones, on leur a refusé le droit de gérer de manière autonome leur région. Ils ont pris les armes. Les Bamileke, on a refusé de discuter avec eux. Ils se manifestent. Les autres, vous savez qu'ils vont se manifester comment? Aujourd'hui, nous sommes dans un système où la crise économique est là. La crise politique est là. La crise sociale est là. Et même si le président Biya n'est pas contesté en tant qu'ayant gagné les élections. Mais quelle est la signification des élections dans un environnement bloqué par une entropie généralisée, c'est-à-dire une sorte de désordre généralisé sur lesquels on ne s'entend pas sur les fondamentaux? Je vous rappelle que les élections ne sont pas, même les élections libres ne sont pas le signe de la démocratie. Hein. Dans la Rome antique, on élisait les dictateurs. C'est-à-dire la population devant une situation grave disait qu'on ne peut plus fonctionner sur la démocratie. Nous élisons un dictateur, c'est-à-dire quelqu'un qui va nous dicter l'ordre pendant 6 mois. Et c'était les élections. Donc les élections.
My fellow Ambazonians, una good day for all una. I be una brother Asu, una the press secretary for the Executive Office for Governing Council of Ambazonia. Today, na Wednesday for September. Today na Wednesday, when na 15th of September for 2021. Today, na a day of confusion. Ambazonian people that they face big confusion and fear. I don't come today na for can make all we talk together. Make all we reason together. Make all we think together. Make all we ask ourselves the questions and make all we come with answers. The conversation today, now I want to make you call from ground zero, the people them for ground zero. When I call, when I tell you what did happen for our communities, and then all we go think together for see if now the way this we want to take and for gain the independence we will fight for. Now the conversation this for today. The confusion is over plenty. And since me I be person way, when confusion day, we come for set things straight. When people don't know what to do, with the help for empower, for guide them, make all man get a straight head. Our goal now for make sure say our people succeed. Our goal now for make sure say the land be liberated. We'll be 2 weeks away to Ambazonian Independence Day. How you want make that day be? Now the conversation this. So the phone number we there for on the front. Now phone number where you feel call directly from WhatsApp. Now phone number where if you call direct, you feel also make a direct call. You feel also call we from Facebook if you be connected to me with Facebook. We want to hear your opinion between lockdown versus no lockdown. The confusion that some people they talk say lockdown day. Some other people, they know say lockdown no day. The people, they be caught in the middle. Some other people, they say, make things open. Some other people, they don't yet say, make things not open. Ambazonians, 2 weeks to their independence. Day of celebration. They be caught in the middle of confusion. So we talk say, make we bring on some clarity. Today, any person where you want call, you feel call directly and talk for we too. 1 year what did go on for your village? 1 year what did go on for your community? Now how people that they think? Now how people that they feel? Now what the people that they feel? Now what be the people their concerns? Now fear the drive this lockdown, or it be based on some logical thinking. Now, what did it drive this behavior? Why be say, even when people they know say something don't make sense, they want still comply. Even when logically, scientifically, and even an assessment of the liberation, people know say things don't make sense. The explanation what they give not make sense. The reasons what they give not make sense. Why people want still follow something where it not make sense? It not be good for them. It not be good for their families. It not be good for their communities. It not be good for the liberation. Why people they want follow him? Why people want obey him? Now the conversation this one we could get him. So the lines will be open. You go do most of the talking. When I go do most of the talking, me I go do most of the listening, and then I go do most of the answering of questions, so that people figure this clarity. So I beg, if you watch this thing from our YouTube channel, share the link with other people. Make the join me for participate, because normally when they expect me for come online for a certain time, but the way we were lives a day, the way we were on activities a day, so we try to make sure say we serve the Ambazonian people while we also do the things and we, we will provide for our own livelihood. and take care of our own businesses and our own hustling and careers. So they try for do both. So sometimes I'll be online when I not expect me. My goal now for make sure say we provide one content on a daily basis. So for the next few days, I go to come online almost every day. All right. So we will open the lines for take calls directly from our people then for ground zero. So what are you there for ground zero or you there for diaspora? We go to take call.
On. Bluetooth pairing.
Una call. I want
Bluetooth connected.
I want to give some information for ground zero and for the people them for what people them way even the one where they did for diaspora. News don't come out for Muyuka. Yes. News don't come out for Mutengene. The parents them for Mutengene. The papa, mommy them and uncle and auntie them for Mutengene. They don't start for complaint say the Cameroon colonial schools where they try for open them, they try make it open. Say the principals for most of this colonial school, they take plenty bribe. If you be new picking, where you want go register for make you start school, you go pay the normal money we're supposed to pay them for the Cameroon colonial schools. Even though Ambazonians they don't talk to me, those schools are not open because we don't talk to me all schools they transform to community schools. The stubborn one, then where they open. The principal, when you go there, you go pay the normal money where any other person they pay. And then if you be new picking, they go still charge you an additional 25,000 on top. So now they don't confront this principal, say, why when they ask for this 25,000 bribe? When I hear the reason why they give them, the principal they give the reason, say, the new picking way they come, they charge them the 25,000 because every picking way come, then they want to use that 25,000 for make bench for the picking way fish it on. When I hear, now they thief this and the corruption this. Now number one that. Number two, the vice president for World Bank, his name now Mr. Usman Diagana. He don't go for La République du Cameroon and they don't give the colonial Cameroon state $54.3 billion, 54.3 billion CFA for Cameroon money. And they talk say the money now for help the Cameroon government for make sure say school for Cameroon if he reopen. So the Cameroon treasury it be empty, Cameroon treasury be dry. The Cameroon government it not even get money for picking them back to schools. For make university open, make high school they open, make colleges they open, make nursing school they open, make trade schools they open, make a primary school open, make nursery school open. The Cameroon government it not get the money. They go now for World Bank for go borrow 54 million for be able for pay teachers, for support the schools for this new academic year. Now the wahala this with Cameroon government it face am. And that's why the vice president of World Bank he get for go for Cameroon for deliver for tell Cameroon government say okay we don't hear una complain we go borrow una the 54.3 billion for una for help make schools they open for Cameroon. Now the wahala that and the news that we have talked to make a bring them for una people that they overcall we people that they call, make we see if we fit bring some of these people them for online. All right. So lines will be open for all now. Any person we get you want to make a call, you want to ask a question, make lockdown it continue, make lockdown not continue. How what did it happen from that place? What did it happen for your community? Now what did it drive this behavior for this thing where when they talk say lockdown? What did it drive the behavior? Na fear people, na fear there for people their heart, or na what? Call we, tell we. So now two movements. The day we got for clarify the confusion. Okay, we'll take this call from Germany. Hello?
Hey.
Yes, comrade.
Comrade.
Yes, sir.
Oh, are you on the? Are you live?
I'm live right now, and you're on speakerphone, so maybe you have a contribution to make. We are talking about the confusion on the ground, the confusion the Ambazonian people are facing.
Actually, I'm on work, but the point is, I would have liked to talk to you on the background concerning.
Okay, let me
contribution to the.
Okay, let me call you. Let me call you in the background later.
Okay. In about how many? How long are you going to be online then?
I'm gonna finish in about 1 hour.
Okay, then you call me. Then I'll still be. You call me. When you finish, please call me so we can relate or everything.
All right, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah. Greetings to all Ambazonians. Tell them not to give up. We are going to fight this fight to the last man standing. So we'll keep on contributing. Tell all Ambazonians to put every little thing they got. They should put it on TTOF and they should commit. In short, they should commit. We're going to fight La Republic of Cameroon till the last man standing.
Amen. All right. Thank you, bro.
Okay? That's what I want to tell the Ambazonians. Right. We will not give up. And what the pigs are planning about the lockdown, that would never work. It will never work. They should come out in their millions to celebrate this independence of Ambazonia.
Okay.
We will fight, we will do it, we will succeed.
All right.
So greetings to the Ambazonians.
Thank you
very
much.
Greetings to our CIC, Dr. Joe Ayala.
Thank you very much. All right. Now our brother that we call from that side for Germany. So my tell now what did it happen? What did it happen? Now two movements. The day for Ambazonian War of Independence when the actual movements. Two, they don't remain. One movement that they call them say the IG group. The other movement, the Ambazonia Governing Council. The IG group, it don't be divided into two. And they call themselves, say they be governments. You get Sisekwa Yoktabe government, Sisekwa Yoktabe and Yerima government, and you get the Sako and Chris Anu government. Okay? A people where they never get a country, they already get two governments. A people. Now how ridiculous. They don't take Ambazonian Revolution, they turn them into a comedy show. A people where they fight for liberation, they don't already get two governments. Two. They fight for liberation, but they already get two governments. And at the beginning this of the confusion for the Ambazonian people. Now who they go follow? Now who they go listen to? Who go do the right thing where go give them independence and freedom? Now the beginning of the confusion is. Next, you get the Siseko Yerima IG group, and then you get the Sako Chris Anu IG group. The Siseko Ayoktabe, their IG group, they mostly just shit on them for see if the international community will intervene, because then they believe, say na court, you go give Ambazonia independence. You not be believed for self-defense. And even today, they not still believe for self-defense. Alright? The Sako IG group, they come in, they not give any plan for Ambazonians. They not give any roadmap for what they want to do. Since April 2018 till today, they never be able to tell the Ambazonian people what will be their exact plan till today. 3 years later, Almost 4 years. Yeah, 4 years later. 2018, 2019, 2020, now 2021. The Sako IG group will never be able to tell the Ambazonian people what will be their own liberation roadmap. Now how they want to give Ambazonia independence. You'll never be able. We need to establish these facts and this clarity for our people then. Until we get things straight, the occupation, it don't brainwash our people them. It don't almost like move sense from our people them. It don't take away our people their courage and their capacity for be honest people. Our people they live now in confusion and fear. So we need to provide this clarity and ongoing education. On the other side, the Governing Council of Ambazonia, it lay out a clear strategy. Dr. Abba lay out a clear roadmap, a clear strategy of exactly what the Ambazonian people they need for do for gain their freedom and their independence. These two facts, they be very important. One movement, it not give the people them a roadmap and it not give the people them a strategy. They just did it. The other one, it give the people them a roadmap, it give them a strategy and a plan of action about what they would do for gaining independence. The Governing Council believes the Ambazonian people need to build strength on the ground, powerful defense system, powerful military system. They believe diplomacy for liberation it be determined by your power on the ground. If you not get better firepower, you not get more for do diplomacy. Your diplomacy will be as useless as anything because the world be controlled by power. The world not be controlled by who be right. The world not be controlled by what be legal versus what not be illegal. The case for Ambazonia, now the case for an illegal occupation, but the world allow and make it happen. Cameroon and Ambazonia, since the plebiscite, they not sign any treaty of union. The world allow Cameroon may continue for beef Ambazonia. Why? Simple reason. Very simple thing. Very simple. Cameroon be very smart for build an army of occupation. For Cameroon be very smart for build an army for an army. Cameroon be very smart for build gendarmes, for build police force, for build their intelligence services. So they understand how the international system they work. They roll their army, bring them from Ambazonia. Roll their police, bring them from Ambazonia. Roll their gendarme, bring them from Ambazonia. And they take over the territory. They force the Ambazonian people to the Cameroon way of life. They force all Ambazonian politicians and turn them into Cameroon politicians. Take all una chiefs, turn them may they become colonial elites for defend the Cameroon interest. The world should don't quiet because Cameroon built power. And Ambazonians, they become like a castrated people. A powerless people. So the previous generations, where they woke up, say they want to liberate Ambazonians, they do political agitation. They not still understand, say, if you not get that power, that for build defense systems, for challenge the occupation, all your actions they will be as useless as all the other one they don't try since 1961. So the policy of Governing Council of Ambazonia, based on their roadmap, we just do a little bit of revision of what will be their roadmap. Number one, the leader of Ambazonia War of Liberation, Dr. Ayaba, he tell Ambazonian people, say, the only way for them for gain power back from Cameroon, now for make the territory ungovernable. That one become a mantra, and that's until we all Ambazonians know. That means say, the Ambazonian people, they need to build self-defense and use that right for self-defense. Ambazonian, they need to for activate their right of self-defense and use that right for self-defense for make the Ambazonian territory make it be ungovernable to the Cameroon occupational administrative system. Now the strategy without the layer. That means say for drive out all Cameroon senators, drive out Cameroon parliamentarians, drive out Cameroon DOs and SDOs. Once you do them, Cameroon will lose legitimacy and it will lose control of Ambazonia administratively. Make we take this call from ground zero and then we'll continue the conversation.
Hello, bro?
Yes, caller from ground zero.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, boy, you don't see him.
I don't see him.
You don't make question.
Yes, I don't see him. But right now you call me, so I did live. And as you talk, all man they hear you. Maybe you get something for talk. Tell we for place where you day, ghost town day or ghost town no day.
No, ghost town no day now. Ghost town no day. The normal activities will go on. You see, if that activity they go on, people they go their work. My 4 park, if they open. Normal activities there for Victoria, right from Sokolo right up to my 4. Everything is normal. So the lockdown way, the so-called people they call up, the lockdown or it just been just a waste time. So everything is normal. So at least the population go out there normal. In the media, I don't come out, I don't go shop for a restaurant. At least I walk off, go shop for a restaurant. They go, I want to enter a party now, go back. So now it's not really goes down. So the people they say they call the lockdown, they go hide for under bed. So na punishment for them.
Okay.
I don't think they will ever give voice again what's up.
Okay. And you the call, are you the call so na from Boya or you the call na from Victoria?
That was Victoria. I don't know the town of Friendship, Victoria. You know the year how bicycle they pass for corner or bike them, motor them, they pass for corner. People they go to their restaurant, any man they enjoy himself, chop, drink limbo. Some people they even dance now. Some side. So you go for down beach now, you go chop good fish. So activities, it's normal activities to go on. So the man who can't talk say this so lockdown day for Victoria. No, we not respect anything concerning lockdown. Wait, big call by the peak, so-called pastor interim government. So bro, everything they fine. So no major incident, everything they fine.
All right.
Normal activities is gone.
All right, bro.
So
Thank you. Thank you very much.
They respect. We respect our ghost town for every Monday.
Yes.
For the country country Sunday. For that one, everybody respect us. But after that, we don't know where anything concerning lockdown.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Now our brother that where they call from Victoria, which Cameroon they call and say Limbe. I call her that. It don't send with some videos. It don't send some pictures. Make we check them. We see. Make we check.
The famous church street, you can see for yourself.
All right. When I give you a moment, make we put her for now. Make we put this video up for now. Where they don't come out. Where they don't come. And I just give you a moment. Make we upload the new videos where they just come from Victoria. So, as I be the explainer, Dr. Ayaba lay out a clear strategy. Say make the Ambazonian people they invoke their right for self-defense. And he preaching for the Ambazonian people. And today, when I see say even the people then where they be talk say they don't want self-defense. Now the same people they don't join self-defense. Because the joint self-defense, they not be know what self-defense be. They not be get intention for self-defense. Now they don't join self-defense. They use them now for cause confusion. So, number 2, the Governing Council of Ambazonia talks, they say, make we not only make the territory ungovernable, but now say the Ambazonian people also, because Cameroon dey for Ambazonia, now for make sure say that they thief all the money where they come up for Ambazonia minerals, Ambazonian resources, for all the things where they give the Ambazonian people the money like CDC, Pamol, Sonaral, all those things. The Governing Council laid the second strategy for stop economic exploitation. Number 3, the Governing Council they say we must increase the cost of occupation. We must make it be very expensive for the Cameroon government for be able for administer their occupation for Ambazonia. And that strategy make Cameroon become bankrupt because they get to go borrow plenty money for buy those armor cars, for buy their soldier them bulletproof vest, helmet, before Cameroon will get all those things. Now the strategy forced Cameroon for enter into debt, and today they don't become bankrupt. They live now on borrowing. So now the difference that one give with strategy, the other one not give with strategy. And number 4, they tell we say targeted diplomacy. When a power diplomacy, they go take with our people that they fight on the ground. The actions of our people, the resistance, the Monday ghost towns, the stoppage of election for make sure say Cameroon, or they take all these actions, the defense action them, they go take all these action, now where they go use them, now they go give them power for go tell the world, say the Ambazonian people, they get the ability for take back control of their territory. Now power diplomacy this. Now the strategy is for AGOFC. And when they see them now we all man, they try for copy them. But the people that they try for copy the strategy, now that they instead turn now for spoil the strategy, now for destroy the strategy. So Weti be Sakoyi and Chris Anu, their own strategy. Zero strategy, zero roadmap. So for these people then, for try for show say they get legitimacy, now they the only goal now for disrupt Ambazonia. So they go call for this prolonged lockdown for show say now then they get control. Now the only thing that for show say the people that they listen for them. Now their own method that for put fear for people their heart. For the tell soldiers say if you not fight under me, they go can't kill you. Now their own method that. So they don't become now obstructors, obstructionists, disruptors, and people now them now they try for scatter the Ambazonian War of Independence as much as possible. When I just give me a moment while I search for this video we just come in, make all man take an eye and see what it go on for Victoria. So now the difference that, and that is why last year during this time, these same people they call for lockdown 2 weeks before Independence Day. They call for an indefinite lockdown for Bamenda, and when I see how it take with a lot of almost 1 week for fight time until Bamenda come back into normal. Now 2 weeks before Ambazonia Independence Day, they don't can call for a lockdown. Very interesting, right? It be very interesting for people who want independence. But they want independence, not only for call for lockdown. They want independence, not only for declare indefinite lockdown. Make the people they lock themselves for house. So Ambazonians, it be up to una. Now when I get for start for think, wait go liberate what people them. Now a roadmap, a strategy, a clear roadmap, a clear strategy, and a clear plan of action, where all we see the result for ground, or not just empty talk. Now in this, make we watch.
This is a famous tour street, you can see for yourself. Business as usual. This is the Church Street Market entrance. Church Street Market entrance. So, Church Street area. It's business as usual. Normal activities going on.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mami. How no?
Fine.
How for una?
So they fine. I want to ask whether with I did watch ACN. I don't know whether they like.
Yes, Mami. Right now, I did live and just hold on. Make we check for make sure say that they run am for ACN. If you did see me now for ACN, then I did live for ACN too.
Okay, because I did watch. I did call a different person. I don't know whether I should look at.
Yes, Mami. Yes, Mami. Na me. We did live for ACN. I don't check and we did live too for ACN.
Okay. Because I want to talk about the Ghost Town Palava.
Mami, na for who side you call from?
I did Ground Zero.
Okay, na for which town? Na for which town?
For Bamenda.
Okay, Mami.
Bamenda, yeah.
So for place where you did lockdown day or lockdown no day?
Lockdown day, but too much complaining. People did over complain about the lockdown. They did cry too much.
Okay. But Mami, you don't una don't hear say the big general for the Bamenda for ADF Bamenda Brigade. He don't put out a message. Talk say lockdown no day, make all man go about their normal day. Una don't hear. Mami call don't drop, but we hope say as Mami the hear from Mami that they watch we for TV right now. We want to tell what people say. The Ambazonian people, including all the generals on the ground, all the generals from Manu, the generals from Meme, the generals for Fako, all the generals for Ndian, the generals for Coupe, the generals for Mezam, the generals for Bui, the generals for Momo, even the one that for Ngoketunjia, all across Ambazonians. All man, when the year say Sako, he and Chris Anu, these people them, I put their picture for up. What people for Ground Zero? Now the people then this, we probably had to use them for cause pain for una. Now the people then this, we probably had to use them for destroy one ability for be a free people. Now the two people them this, where the World Bank report, not been Asu Lucas report, not been a Capo Daniel report for World Bank. When World Bank do a study of the war for Cameroon and Ambazonia, World Bank, it come out, it talks say, Sakoyi and Chris Anu, they don't go sign with Paul Biya, say they go scatter things them, and for force Ambazonia, may they go accept federation with Paul Biya. The one na World Bank a report. It dey for outside the any man feel reader. Why be say I want ask for people them for Ground Zero? Why be say 2 weeks before Independence Day? Sakoyi and Chris Anu they go rush for outside. They can announce a lockdown where you go end after Independence Day. If you fight for independence for yourself and for your people them, why you did decide for lock them for house? When I ask ourselves, Sakoyi and Chris Anu they did for America. They fit stay for their own house for 2 weeks with their own picking them, lock themselves for house for 2 weeks. They fit stay for house for 2 weeks. If you will watch me today, mommy and papa they own at watch. If the question don't make sense, say Sakoyi and Chris Anu with their own family, they not feel lock themselves for house for 2 weeks. They not feel go buy chop, they not feel go buy water, they not feel go buy medicine, they not feel go hospital even if person is sick. If it not make sense for them for America, it not make sense for people them for Ground Zero. What be the reason why they give them for their lockdown? Number one, Sakoyi and Chris Anu they talk say, oh, They call for lockdown and they call and say Guterres lockdown. Guterres, Antonio Guterres, will now be the Secretary General for the United Nations. They say that they call and say Guterres lockdown. Now because Antonio Guterres and the United Nations, they no take any action for bring Cameroon, Ambazonia and Cameroon for intervene for the conflict. They never take any action. So that's why for them for call for lockdown, now because United Nations General Assembly go the whole small time, they want to see make United Nations know say the Ambazonian people they vex. Okay. So when people they vex, they get for go stay now for their house. When you go stay for inside your house, you lock yourself for your own house. How the world go know say you vex? When people they vex, they carry out actions where they show that they vex. They need to go lock themselves for house like cowards. Sarko for America. He never ever attend any protest where Ambazonia they don't organize them. Sarkozy and Chris Ano, they did for America. They never ever attend or organize any protest. The only conference with Sarkozy and Chris Ano they don't attend now. Now the one will be organized so that they call and say the 1 million march. And the only reason now because it will be a fundraising. And Ambazonia they raise $50,000 for all the movements. Sarkozy and Chris Ano, they take the money, they just chop them for that night. And it caused fight with all the movements them. Because the money is supposed to go for all the movements them, so they made a send them for their various forces on the ground. So they be use all the other leaders them for call that conference so that they raise the money, then they will take that money and embezzle them. UN General Assembly they come up. Sarko dey for Washington DC. Chris Ano dey for Dallas. Why they need to plan a protest in front of the United Nations? Why Sarko and Chris Ano they dey for America and United Nations headquarters dey for New York? Why then they need to mobilize all Ambazonians and make big signboard as leaders who they claim say they be leaders for go protest in front of the United Nations, make United Nations see them. For year and know what they fight for and what their people that they protest for. Why did they go call lockdown now for ground zero? Ask all man make it shit on for house. It may not make sense. United Nations dinner for New York, it not dinner for ground zero. The protest is supposed to take place now for New York, not before lockdown and for house of ground zero. So if Sarkozy and Chris Ano, the one show say they stand for Ambazonia independence, make they organize a protest march in front of the United Nations when the General Assembly the whole. Carry Ambazonian flag and go make their demand for Ambazonia independence in front of the United Nations. But when I know why they call for lockdown, they call for lockdown so that before and during that time where the United Nations they meet, the fighting for ground will stop. When I hear fine, na me, una brother Asu, una investigator, where they do investigation for leaders, for bring una undercover truth. The reason we take this call from Brazil. Hello?
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 Hello? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sister. How no?
Fine. Thank you. I did watch one program now, so.
All right, sister. We salute all una.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know the number I take on for screen. I won't call them back. Now you did pick up, nothing at the first when you talk the pick up.
No, sister. Now my voice you hear so from TV.
All right, thank you.
Go ahead. Talk what you want to talk. What you did for your heart. The sister we call, sister ma just show you. The sister we call, I beg more no fear saying that some different person pick am. Now the phone this why they use them for talk. Now in this, now the number, now the phone this. So me no fear saying that some other person pick am. As you hear, you see me, now me this at the talk. No fear, sister, beg. Me will call you back, make you talk. Maybe I call you now back so that you know say that me I dey call you back. He said another person pick up. Where were people there for ground zero? Ashia for now. Ma call you back. Me no say na me I dey call you. Okay, sister, na me I dey call you now. Me no say na me I dey call you. Where ground zero? Oh, what people there? Hello? Okay, sister, I don't call you back. At least now you know say na me I dey call you. Okay, now if you talk for me, you know say na me I dey you talk now for me, right? Wait till be there for your heart we want talk.
Let's go. I beg you to get me.
Yes, sister. All we hear you.
All right. I be one talk say we know who not understand who not they talk about ghost town. Now we there for ground zero. Now we know the way ground zero day, and we really want thank una for what they do. But this ghost town day, so I dey follow both una and una brother there. The struggle for talk so they should only ghost town now because of this. And when we would do so, in a define. When we would do so, in a define, because would it be divided amongst ourselves then, instead for leave and me the enemy be divided. I just think that we want to talk.
Okay, sister. Okay, since you don't talk, we don't hear what you talk. May I just ask you some few questions? You, sister, you believe say it be correct for say if you for say the lock una for house for 2 weeks?
I know the talk say be correct so we should don't for house. The person say when I see the way now we be divided, so the worry, yeah, it be very aching.
Yes.
Because instead for the enemy to be divided, we would instead be divided amongst ourselves.
No, okay.
When, like, if we feel really come together, it will really be the best.
All right. Okay. We don't
when
hear.
I'm in the house, I've never eaten.
All right. We don't hear what you talk. Now make me answer your question. I drop your call. Answer your question. The Ambazonian people not be divided. Ambazonians will not be divided. All Ambazonians don't agree on one thing. So we want freedom and we want independence. There is no person will be divided on that opinion. All were big mommy them. All were big papa them. So no person not be divided. The enemy they use we for divide we. And that's why Sarkozy and Chris Anu, the sel sese kwa yoktabe for la République du Cameroun, and Paul Biya Ichuk Sarkozy and Chris Anu for that group that they call and say the IG. And the World Bank report, it don't tell all una. The World Bank report. World Bank now the biggest financial institution where they control the world. For their report where they don't put them for outside, they say Sarkozy and Chris Anu, they need to fight for independence. They don't already go to agree with Paul Biya, say then they will scatter the Ambazonian war of independence. So that Ambazonians they go accept Paul Biya a federation when the time comes. This one the World Bank they talk on. So when they see the actions of Sarkozy and Chris Anu from the beginning, now for make sure say they create infighting, they create constant argument. Today they would come out talk say may they kill forces. Yesterday they don't come out they talk say may they kill grandpa for Bali. They don't come out. They talk say me they kill General Sagat. When are the biggest general for Fako? 2 months ago, they moved name for 5 generals for Mezam. Say me they kill them. Why all we not feel understand a person way is stand for your independence? Why you go talk to me they kill your best generals? Now the same people they kill 39 ADF fighters for Bui. Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Yes.
Hello.
Hello? Good afternoon.
Now who do you talk?
Now so look as you talk and I did live for ACN TV and on YouTube.
Okay, my brother. How for you now?
My brother, would they fine? People they hear you, everybody they hear you, Ground Zero they hear you, Diaspora they hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. I just be listening your show and I want to really contribute and to make a make Ground Zero no say like the last sister we just called it say we divided. I want to make a name say Ambazonians they no be divided, but that republic don't use some people then to put them inside the war, make them feel say Ambazonians be divided, whereas Ambazonians no be divided because when you see the infiltrators then, not just a handful, they will take some decision where more just also they just be like 2% of the Ambazonians where when they take that decision, the rest 98% they decide to talk say no, na so things when they run, then how they go do talk say Ambazonians then be divided. For me, they no be divided in any way, and we suppose as Ambazonians to be very rational. When you listen to somebody speak talk as a rational human being, you feel judge that person from the words. You get me?
Would it get you fine?
So if we get for celebrate our independence on the 1st of October, then Chris Anuli and Sako on the talks, then immediately after that Independence Day, that one it speaks to itself. It tells you who will them be and which way their plan will be. Because if you vex for something, even for the Republic, who vex for something, they go now on the street to protest. When the government see them and say no, they be angry for this as protest by staying at home. House, no go for strigo, no go celebrate their day of independence. It just means like they don't want to hide something. They don't want to hide something from the outside world, maybe they don't see. And I want to know that's the way the talk say and Nova recognize the crisis where they go on for Ambazonia and stuff like that. The honest truth I say, we as Ambazonians, the first thing we'll get and put out our mind as would define.
My brother, your line the break. Your line the break. People don't need to hear you fine. So I bet because of your line the break. People don't need to hear you fine. I'll take this other call. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. So I thank our brother we don't call for also make this contribution. I want to make all our people to know. Judge a person by actions. When I look the consistency of the disruption with these people that they bring up. Now the same thing they do last year for this kind of time. So if Ground Zero get for prepare for celebrating Independence Day, how you go manage celebrate your own Independence Day where they lock you for house, where you lock yourself out? Because right now no money lock you for house. Now you did lock yourself for your own house. Maybe we take this call from America. Good morning, comrade from Maryland.
Good morning. Hello?
Go ahead with your contribution.
Okay, I just want to talk, say, this bit, especially for our brothers and sisters for Ground Zero concerning this matter for lockdown. If at all they be confused because they don't get the luxury for getting information from multiple sources and for make a good analysis, like some of us in the diaspora, I will simply direct them for a neutral site if they believe, say, the two functions of the IG and the AGOVC, they know to trust them. Concerning this issue for lockdown, according to tune to John Bach Akuru, it will tell you the right information if they don't want trust AGOVC or if they don't want trust the IG of SICO, because I believe the IG of SICO, AGOVC, and John Bach Akuru, they're on the same page, and I don't listen to John Bach Akuru. He talks no lockdown all day, and for any country for project their power through their Independence Day, where they're supposed to go out for show the pomp and perjury of their nation. So I don't see why a group of bandits will sit somewhere for Maryland talk say may lockdown all day. I mean, now they just won't talk the way I see pity of people at Ground Zero because they don't get access for right information. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Pa.
Hello, greetings.
Greetings, Pa. How no?
Good afternoon. Now Ground Zero, so I recall.
I know. I don't see.
I didn't find boss.
I don't see a number.
Okay. Yes. I didn't street side the master. These criminals, in Sakura make us so ghost and fearful people. When we travel, at least 10 people there, sensitize people there yesterday, say, may they go them do their activities there. Fear will leave them. I don't tell them, say, how can I change the lead they make? So they make a all man is suffer. That man be there, so you get no force for you. Now we there for the Ground Zero, now we know who the way they do. ADF, then they so now they get the town. That they do work, who know say they do work. Me sabi you, wow, I understand, I know what they happen. But at the end of the day, the ABC TV, I don't know how the video will close the ABC TV. Because they don't corrupt plenty this Ambazonians for this Bamenda, for this street as in particular. Because people enjoy follow leader, we don't even get no strategy, no nothing. And my problem now about vex for the issue, master.
All right, my brother, may no over vex. Hold your heart. We will continue for provide this the education. We will continue for talk for our people then. Thank you very much. We'll take this call from Dubai. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, comrade.
Yeah, good
evening.
Yeah, good evening. You get 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah, my contribution, I say,
yes.
It is very sad. Say, at this stage of the revolution, with all the educated and literate people, the way Ambazonians get them, they don't go take illiterate because people the way they not be competent, they not be qualified. Then as a result of that kind of poor decision, they make and the whole Ambazonia they suffer just because of the incompetency and low level of attitude. Where Chris Anu and Sako get them, they don't make a now. We really suffer, and because of the action of these two individuals, our people they really doubt whether at the end of the day, if we actually become free, how we go manage ourselves. So I want to really talk to me. Our people really be very careful with the kind of person where they lead take any active decision for this revolution, because the actions of Chris and Anu and Sako, it don't make many people who lead the revolution. And I think say a bit time our people they sit up and tell these people say enough is enough, because it is very bad. If you look at the economic impact of this lockdown on our people for Ground Zero, you go see say it is very bad. For states 14 days or 2 weeks at home, when you do nothing, and when at the end of the day we will achieve nothing, not really a disgrace. And I check say any 1 minute Ambazonia, now time this way, we need to really check out, see whether this guy they know what they do. Most of the journalists where they do they support this, whether they support all this action they put down, their system are illiterate, their system they not be competent, they don't understand the consequences of all these decisions on them. So just because of the fact that some people they respect them, some general they capture so lockdown there, I not check say now because the main reason now because they don't understand the after effect or the consequences
of all these decisions on our people.
Thank you.
I really
thank you very much. Thank you very much.
It's very bad for continue to allow these idiots for the destroy the revolution. It'll be very bad. If we not stop these people, then I think it really be bad for you because everybody is down. It means that Ambazonians not get educated people.
All right.
Ambazonians not get competent people. Or what did it happen?
Yeah, 2 minutes.
It's a disgrace.
Yeah, 2 minutes. Don't finish.
It's a disgrace. There's somebody like Chris Anu who has, I think, just advanced level, but got the lead passion for revolution. So they get competent people, they be qualified, and when they get exposure. But because of the poor and lack of education, incompetency, and in fact, I'm not even a bit short of words where this guy they get them and the self-centeredness so they exhibit of the revolution, they end up taking all the decision where they go benefit them in the short run at the expense of the Ambazonians, which is very bad.
All right, thank you. You go for. We'll give you an extra minute, but obviously nobody hear me. We'll take this one from ground zero. Hello.
Hello, Brother Lucas. I don't call back again. I get this short information for Pasam for the people of Ambazonia.
Go ahead.
Ambazonians, I am at the top for Una particularly. Una see Dr. Tro Ayaba for my judgment of everything. That the person that way he carried this revolution for your hand. Una forget about which way Cristiano and the other Zamzam they do. Like honestly, man tell Una Ambazonians today, if Dr. Tro Ayaba is stepped down today for this revolution, then we don't finish. So like honestly, I go tell Una say, if Una don't listen to Dr. Tro Ayaba, how eloquent he be, and the strategy, the way they put it in place from the day one where this revolution start, and I will not say na a leader where he get a progressive, and he get a target, and he get place where one take Ambazonians and will keep him. So when I hear anything with Chris Ano and that is friend, they be talk am, more no say na infiltrators the way they want to destroy our revolution. So I will tell everybody more who stand strong for Dr. Tro Ayaba back. Make carry for this revolution. We'll keep you for Sawe Wango. Thank you very much.
Okay, we'll take this other call from ground zero.
One last thing.
Sorry, before you want to talk to one last thing, we'll already take another call from ground zero. Sorry, bro. Hello?
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 Hello, go ahead, we hear you. Go ahead.
I don't take the number of the screen. I don't know whether the number is on the screen.
The number this, as you see me for the TV, I hear you, we hear me. Now they call this, we already pick up your call. Go ahead.
What I say now?
Yes.
Why I'm very confused. Now, many times a day. When you enter the one, the man is talking also. When you enter the one, the man is talking. Lockdown, the middle.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good evening, my brother, from my own side.
No.
No, fine, bro.
All right. What did you want?
All these things, except say, only blind person service it go on. All we see what they happen, and nothing knows that this one action for people where they don't pay them for do something. Because even a big mommy way, no nothing. You know that when someday they come and they give the toxin a day way, now a big day, and then some matter you say you could lock your door, you should not inside. And what you would tell you say that day now a big day, on a day you claim say you be get their power for that day. So me did into one people are mine. People they do it, even we know say even on the ground, people they do it, they don't just say me they lockdown, they never know how they lockdown. And some of our brother they win at them, get that power for put that order for them. Say lockdown will be. So me they rethink, me they check why except they don't know why they fight before they accept this kind of thing for say me the lockdown for this kind of day where it come when at the reason where they fight for say make it this in an independent with the fight for and then that day we can't give show say the glass in are doing an independent day somehow tell say you lockdown and then you there's that same person you claim to be the fight and put your life for danger for say the fight for that very independent somehow tell say that day not sure for the west say this day an independent day and then you believe so they go talk you to the accept we wait till the think for your head. So me to avoid to take note for that side. Me the reason now. Check and find.
Thank you very much, brother. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, hello? Yeah, good afternoon.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening for you. I know.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
All right, go ahead. Yes, let's get something for talk.
Yeah, one, all we would never grant. All man, they say ghost town. When I do, they say ghost town all day. When I want to move, do now.
All right, Pa. We don't hear your question. Now, the thing that I come on air today for can't talk for all una and explain them for all una, make all we think together. Make we not just because it's some person talks on thing, you like Papa, you get for think and for ask yourself, this thing where they talk so is correct or not correct. Now, how you go move we forward? It go cause we more pain, or it go cause we more pain, it go cause we more suffering, or it go make our life be better. If we not ask those simple questions, you like Papa, ma talk so you get farm. If you lock yourself for farm for 2 weeks, now what it go happen for your crops and for farm for 2 weeks? If you get small shed for market, you know if you go market for 2 weeks, how you go money feed your family? If you be Papa and you get small work, where you do them? Maybe you be builder, maybe you be carpenter, maybe you be mechanic. You know if you go work for 2 weeks, Papa, how you go money give your picking and chop for 2 weeks, Papa? Now your Independence Day come. Your Independence Day come.
I don't hear how it was Independence Day count the first.
Yes, Independence Day come. Your Independence Day. Your Independence Day. Now the day we. Independence Day. Now the day we. Yes. Now the day we use.
Independence Day count the first. Yeah, they count the first, no.
But they don't ask you make you look. They don't ask you make you.
The one where they say lockdown for 3 weeks. With a lockdown where the government make for 2 months, which one be more painful?
Now I want to ask you, Papa. I want just ask you. Would the lockdown have achieved waiting?
Yes.
Would the lockdown have achieved waiting?
But we don't make ghost town for more than 1 month, 2 months. Now ghost town don't come when only for 3 weeks. And then when I do for this, when I say the man not work fast, the one say the one not work fast. Then I say even when I do or when I do for that, no man not be straightforward, no.
Okay, Pa. Well, if you believe,
Yes, now for the ground. When they want to talk, AGF could say, now wait this for it. Me, I did have ground zero. Now more almost 8 months today. I know I want to play the
now, Papa, I just, Papa, I want to ask you, Papa, I want to ask you, Papa, I want, Papa,
do I want to do? Do I know that? Even when I do for that, we are confused all man. We don't know what men follow the right people, the right channel.
Okay, okay, Pa, I want to ask you, Pa, no, Pa.
You want to say, always lead to the enough go to where I see what I can go. Go all when I first have been talk one and the same thing.
Okay,
you and David when I took on come to no. Do I say you and do this when I to say no? Why all when I first I will never see one place. Some say no, not this is day. When I all when I stand for one channel. All man begin to focus say no, all we prepare for this struggle. But now do I go say A when I to come say B. When do I come say B when I come say C? And then now so 5 years I show continue only for arrangement. When I show say what I can succeed.
Okay. First of all, may not be like saying an argument with Pa, because me as I answer call, I like for provide for ask questions. I ask Pa, number one, Pa, you be Pa for house. If you get business and you log yourself for 2 weeks, wait to go happen for your business. Pa no be fit for answer that question. I ask Pa, if you get farm and you know if you go farm for 2 weeks, wait to go happen for your crops. This Pa no fit answer that question. I ask Pa, say if you get trade, when I use them for feed your picking them, and you know if you go bush, you know if you go take care of your business, whether you doing a roofing or doing a carpentry, or being a mechanic. If you know if you do them, how if you feed your family? You know if you answer those questions. But you only talking about the confusion. If you know if you answer simple, basic confusion, the confusion are you, where you know where to be right, but you choose to do what to be wrong. You see a clear path for your destruction, but you still want support them. God gives sense now for think. And if you know if you think, then blame yourself. If the Ambazonian people, they need to make the progress where they want them. Not because we not get the information for make the right judgment, but because we don't leave them. The enemy use una against ourselves. The enemy put Sakoyi and Chris Anu for destroy una from inside. And una they still talk every day. Say make all man come together. Even when the World Bank don't make it be known for una. Say Sakoyi and Chris Anu, they don't talk, they say, then they no want independence, they need to fight for independence, and they already agree with Pobia, say then they go destroy the revolution from inside, and go make sure that the first Ambazonian made they will accept federation. All una know these things then. If una no want independence, then at the end of the day, the pain and the suffering and they die. Now una cause them for ourselves. Not because una not get a strategy, not because una not get a good roadmap, but because una allow the occupier make a use una against una. Just like they use the former leaders them. They use Simon Munzo and they destroy the previous attempts for independence. Now the same fate, this generation too, it go face them. If it won't be stupid, all right. If this generation too won't repeat the mistakes of the past, then at this generation, a failure, and not be the failure of
power off
of the leadership. We don't stand up for the people then. Now the failure for una for distinguish between what to be right and what to be wrong. Now the failure for distinguish between what to be effective and what to be confusing. Now the failure for you for use your head, for know what if you move it forward, what if you give you freedom versus empty politics and loud noise. Now the work of the occupier this. Independence Day, they come for 2 weeks time. They actually make lockdown. How your forces they will go buy materials for even fight the occupier. How the forces they feel move around for prepare for that Independence Day. United Nations they come up. Okay, I'm gonna take this call. Be very important for
power on. Bluetooth pairing.
Good morning, ma.
Bluetooth connected.
Yeah, I want to put my TV volume down.
Mommy, would hear you fine?
All right. The part where I want to talk now, say, I don't know whether we are people them for ground. They hear or they don't hear. I remember Immaculate they make a TV where he talks say man with Ben Ben. He always follow person with Ben Ben. This one now a sign of people the way they Ben Ben. I be very sorry. I will talk really straight out. We they leave a country, we fight for leave a country because people they thief. They put we in the poverty where we did it. They put me for this situation where we not even get roads to go even for our own village. They put me for picking them go school, come back and she don't only for house. Mommy the feed them, papa the feed them. The best for diaspora every day. What part of English or pidgin? I know they understand. We are people that know they understand. Collaboration. You will collaborate with this man. Man can see for your house. Then you wake up, come out, go outside, go back to man. Say, I said, Mom make friend. Oh, I bet Mom make friend with you. I don't get it. I don't get the mentality. I know the understand. Person keep their money. Tell the person, say, you not belong. Move aside. Make some other person to do this work for me. This one, the language where if the nobody understand up till now, I don't know which language this where people there for whom they will understand. Person one lock you for inside your house. You dey call the actor, say the one way they talk to me will lock him. The one way they talk to me will no lock him. It's so simple. Tell that person, say, you cannot tell me to lock my house. You cannot tell me to lock myself inside the house. They don't tell me some more come out. So people don't go ground. If no one continue to be ben, you choose. Or else this revolution will run for a long time and we not go suffer more. Make a choice. Now who they keep your money and now who not they keep your money? It's that simple. Make a choice. Thank you.
Thank you, Mami. Hello? 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 Yes, good afternoon.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening for you, Pa.
Thank you, sir. So, man, thank you for the program.
Thank you very much. Would you
first time?
Would you was more picking the cry for back the Saloti?
No, I don't say me no again.
Okay.
Yeah, say me at the year. Yeah, I don't already. However, we go always, not always in one. 17 days so. If I say me always to even I will there for the side. We to have a day one more. We to there for us. I move have a day one more. So we try way for fight the enemy. Them say move the play with me enemy again. They can't enter entire way kiwi. Now we the losses over the enemy. When we draw up to say, do I not need for go this side? Do I not need for go this side? That means that always.
I'll wrap up my program. My time for today don't come to an end. I don't go for an extra 10 minutes.
Power off.
I need to take any more calls, please. I need to take any more calls. My time for the program, it don't come to an end. I want to tell the Ambazonian people, say, when I don't get 5 years of education and experience, when I don't get 5 years, when I don't know every single leader, every single movement, what if you do, what you not do, when I don't get 5 years of experience. Life, na the ability for learn. And if you not feel learn, then you go remain stupid, you go remain foolish, and then you go repeat the same mistakes over and over and over. The previous generation from 1961, so you can't reach to this generation. They make the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over. And then when they blame Cameroon every day. Make the same mistakes for declare independence, but not get the heart for stand-up defender. They do them repetitively. Until Ni John Frun they come for his own. He too come. The people they fall for a back, give all the support. He take the people then put them for gutter. Take the money for poor beer. He can't turn different thing. Till today. It also be father of multipartism. Opposition for parliament and for senate. Na poor beer the pity for give seats. Because of Langa. Because of Bele politics. Election they come for Ambazonia. They tell me no run. They will go give 500 million. He take them, he put them for pocket. It talks say SDF must run. Even when the election will take place. Now the corruption that we don't chop what people them. Cameroon understand that one. It don't give una the same corrupt mindset. And una the tolerator. Since Sarkozy and Chris Ano they come, they don't show una. Una raise $2 million. $2 million is supposed to put 1,000 AK-47 on the ground. Una year fine. $2 million if for buy 1,000 AK-47, give 1,000 Ambazonian fighters AK-47, the war for don't end. That same day, where Ambazonian they get 1,000 forces with AK-47, the war for don't run. Say one can't talk una. Una leave them, Sarkozy and Chris Ano, they take the money, they chop them. Today, fighters, they suffer for ground. They raise money for draft. Draft 1, chop them. Draft 2, chop them. Draft 3, chop them. Today, na so una papa and mami them. Fighters, they suffer for ground. Kidnapping and ransom don't become normal for ground. Forces they struggle by themselves for see how they fit buy small weapon. Now people them for village, they put small money together for buy weapon for forces. Because Cameroon corruption and the people where Cameroon choke them for una war of independence, for destroy them for inside. For take the money where they raise and for outside, chop them, so that the forces, the war will stop on the ground. If none of you understand these basic things then, after 5 years, I don't know what he have he help. I don't know what else if he tell una. And then some idiot go shit down for Maryland. He not get a job. Chris Ano and Sako, they did for America, they need to work. They not get work. Both of them, they be being a pastors, where they get a small churches, where they not pay their rent. If you not see their pictures of the clothes they even wear them before they become the jump, before they took them for the IG. When I go out and I say how these kind of people they even can take over the IG. Today, their rent it come out now for money where they donate them. The motor where they drive them, now money where they donate them, who is supposed to go for the forces. Their telephone bills, money for the force, now money where they donate them. Now the thing this way when I fight for, a clean leader don't come for una. Clean. For clean what people them from corruption. For clean what people them from stupidity. For clean what people them from this confused mindset. For make we could be a straight people. If we not be straight, our life will remain ben until all man die. And even you die, your soul will remain ben because for normal life, you don't make yourself straight. A corrupt people will live for a corrupt society. Stupid people will live for stupid society. And intelligent people, they will create a constructive society for themselves, for their picking them, for their families, for their communities, and for the world where they want to live in. It depends on una. The character we una choose to accept them. If una accept corruption now, then which kind future you think say, if una practice corruption now, una leaders they thief money now, they embezzle money, we never even get a country. They already practice embezzlement. Then imagine if you go get a country. If people not get hurt for you, papa and mommy, they take money where they supposed to put them for war, for gear and for soldier, may they buy materials and defend una and free the land. If they take that money now, they chop them. Then what if you get a country tomorrow and these same people become your leader? Una no get water, una no get road, una will remain even more poor than we do now. This period, now the period we must clean ourselves and set ourselves straight for the right path. The reason why all we dey run for go for that country them because they straight. The reason why Canada they progress because if the government set a budget for road, for water, for light, for build schools and for picking them, or for give welfare for old people them, people they not fit work, or for support families, welfare for picking allowance. Every papa and mommy for Canada, where they make below income. First of all, every picking, they give the government, the federal government, they give allowance for every single picking for $600. $600. Where the government give them for every family for 1 month. For support the family, made us take care of the picking them because now the government is picking, now the country is picking. You did a small pension enough to pay you because some person don't chop that money. And you know if you see this thing like say they affect you, but they destroy your life. They go put money for water for your community. Some person will remain for Yaoundé and one of your community member who is there for CPDM, they go take that money, you chop them, and you go accept them. But you know say now you pay the price. They go give money for road for your community. They go take that money, they chop them, and you go accept them and say be okay. But you know say now you pay the price. They go give money for hospital for the region. A big new hospital for the region. A few people where they come out, the elites of your community, with the Minister of Health and the Minister of Finance and the Prime Minister, they go take that money, they chop them. And you go accept them, you think say be okay. But you know say now you go pay the price. Say you not get better hospital. Where if you go treat yourself, your family, your pikin, your mommy, and your papa, now you go pay the price. The price of corruption, the price of incompetence. Now the people that they pay them. When I accept them now, when I go pay the price, not only now, for years to come. The pain on the ground, now based on the embezzlement with Sako and Chris Ano. If not be so, Ambazonia don't be free. The governing council of Ambazonia, they do it best. Dr. Abba, they do it very best. With the strategy and the kind of forces where they put them on the ground. If we like, we not come off outside, we celebrate our Independence Day, now we sabi. But for the Ambazonian people, them, where they be smart, they be intelligent, the one the way they want to listen for Sako, we not lock on ourselves for house. We not stay for a house. 2 weeks, lock yourself for house. When you sick, no go hospital. No go farm, no go market. Lock yourself for house. Now your choice. I know if you can make that choice for you. But if you educate you, if you empower you, if you get a conversation, we reason together. But if you want to listen for politicians, where they go destroy your life and cause you more pain, that one is a choice you get for make them. The liberation will go on with you or without you. The strategy will go on with you or without you. Ambazonia will be liberated. Not be by empty politicians. And the process of the liberation, it will be now the process of cleansing. Now the principle this. Stand up for what to be right for you, your family, your picking them, and the future of Ambazonia. Stand up and be a righteous papa. Stand up and be a righteous mommy. We not stop the corny. We not know what to do work. We not know what to be right. We not come out for outside, prepare ourselves and celebrate our independence. If today we not be make the mistake because we not be know. As from tomorrow, make all man wake up from morning time, go about a day. No person will do any person anything. Fear will make you become a coward. But now you go pay the price for being a coward because you live and make fear control you. Courage and bravery, it will make you become a hero and it will also help you for change your life. You go choose whether you want to live in fear or you want to live in courage. Both of them will give you a 2 different life. The life of a fearful person, it will remain in poverty Because he will do anything for moving life forward. The life of a fearful person will make you remain a coward. And you go blame other people then. You go blame lockdown. Even when you know say the lockdown not be good for you. Courage and bravery and forget common sense. It will move you forward. It will move your family forward. It will move the community forward. That's why we must do things as intelligent people. Even if we want lockdown, it will be in 1 or 2 days max. I will tell what people say, would they do this lockdown because of this, and that they benefit them this. Not been about the United Nations. In the day for America, may they go for United Nations. Now the story this for today. Tomorrow, I go leave them. People go call when I talk more. Tomorrow, make all man open market. Make all man open a business. Make all man go do a small business. Go do farm. Tomorrow, na a new day. When I wake up, when I take back on our lives. Not live and make your life be controlled by fear. Where some person they put on for your heart from America. Engineered by Cameroon. And being translated to you by Sako and Chris Ano. Now, agents of Cameroon, where Cameroon don't put them according to the World Bank record for destroying our independence. You know, if you stay for your house and you make the world know how much you want independence and freedom, you must come up for outside demonstrator. Independence Day, a day where our forces, they go come out, they go dress up, they go display their weapons. Now, only people who do not get anything for show and for Ambazonia, for the money where they don't collect and for Ambazonia for all these years. Now then they want hide under lockdown. If you get something for sure, if Sakoye and Chris Ano, they get forces on the ground, and those forces, they get weapons, and they stand for Ambazonia independence, make Sako and Chris Ano make their forces come for outside, they march, mobilize communities. Only the people them where they don't want independence, they call for lockdown. Those who they want independence, they ask our people them, make them stand for outside, prepare themselves, mobilize their communities, and paint what villages and what towns blue and white. Again, for all Cameroon colonial buildings, when I paint them blue and white, and then from front when I write Ambazonia. For the highway them for Ambazonia, make the forces, they put the paint them blue and white. All the bridges, when I paint them blue and white. Independence Day, now the day for show the pride of we as a people. Now the day where the soldiers, they go project their weapons, and mobilize communities in their thousands. That's what patriots do. Cowards, they hide. So if you be a coward, lock your house and stay inside your house. If you be a brave Ambazonian papa and mommy, follow what to be intelligent for you and for your family as well. Any person who care for you, will tell me lock your house for 2 weeks. Because they not lock their own house for 2 weeks. We're not going to be foolish in the process for liberate the country. We're supposed to be smart and intelligent. Liberation requires power. Defense power. Lockdown is not a liberation strategy. Now, punishment for our people then. The lockdown will be effective now 1 or 2 days where they will achieve political objective against the enemy. We no lock our people for house for tell UN a message. Now our guns, they go send a message to the UN. Now our guns, they go send a message to the Americans. If you want to make them know say you get guns, make your soldier they march on that day and carry the Ambazonian flag. If others they no want to do it, the Ambazonian Defense Forces, they go give the pride to the Ambazonian people. The General Supreme Commander General Efa, and all the generals and commanders of the Ambazonian Defense Forces, they prepare. They prepare for showing a power and for giving a pride. Alright? Shake no day. Tomorrow na a new day. May all man come off outside. When I get a blessed day, make me too, I go start my own day. May God bless all, man. Tomorrow, for exactly 2 p.m. Amber time, I go be live for ACN so that we'll get more time for talk. We'll give more time for people than for call. Take videos for places where they don't open, send them for we. Take pictures for places where they don't open, send them for we, so that we encourage more people for open their doors, open their businesses, go for farm, and go make sure say they take care of their families and they feed they are picking them. We love una, we there for una, and for encourage, for inspire, and for give hope. We there for uplift. In the midst of confusion, we go and for give una clarity. All right? And a sense of direction. So our forces that prepare, and we will continue for encourage for all Ambazonian Defense Forces brigades. Any commander will never receive his own things them, his own Independence Day preparation things them. Please contact the Executive Office for Governing Council of Ambazonia, or you contact the office of the Deputy Defense Chief, Comrade Capo Daniel. If you also send a message to Deputy Defense Chief Chairman Sheikh Kavi and all the ADF people, then we get their contact. We there for serve now and for make sure say when I get what you need them, for give our people them a sense of pride for their Independence Day. Make all man get a blessed Wednesday. God bless you now. And tomorrow we want to see more places from Ambazonia they open. I will talk on tomorrow for 2 p.m. Amber time. Bye for now. Now take care.